Hey guys, it's me Bonar. Thank you so much for watching my videos every week. I really appreciate it. I can't stand bad news. Bad news sucks. In this video, I'm going to share with you my thoughts on how to deal with bad news when you get it, and how I deal with bad news, and you're not going to want to miss this. It's tough to get bad news. Even just the term bad news. It's like somebody's already decided how I'm supposed to feel before I get the news that you give to me, and it's not good. Hey man, I got some news for you. Is it good news, bad news, sad news, exciting news? It's bad news. Okay, go for it. Whatever the news is, when it's bad, it's not good. Yesterday I woke up to find out that 50 people had been killed in a nightclub in Orlando, and it really hurt a lot. Thankfully we don't get news like that very often. I'm sure there's a ton of blogs or books out there about how to deal with bad news, but I think that you only have a few options. When I was growing up, every time that I would come for dinner and my mom had cooked something that I didn't really like, she would say something like, "You have two choices for dinner. Take it or leave it." Obviously, that sucked because I didn't get what I wanted, which was something else. I know. Getting bad news isn't the same as getting something you don't like for dinner. But maybe there's some truth to that can help us deal with bad news. I know for me, it's not easy to accept the things I can't control, especially if they're negative. If it's positive, that's a different story. Mr. Bell, I know you don't play the lottery, but how about $10 million? Yeah, I'll take that. But we can choose how we deal with bad news. To take bad news is really to accept it. To take a bite of that shepherd's pie, and even though you can't stand the taste, swallow every bite and just deal with it. Dealing with the pain, the hurt, immediately so that you can move on. That is the option my mom wanted me to pick, obviously. She wanted me to just eat that pie and shut up. But it's not that easy. You don't like it. And the same thing goes with bad news. These are things that I don't want to hear. These are things that I don't want to have happen in my life. And so why should I have to deal with it? People say similar things when there's something that scares you, like clowns or heights or spiders or the smoke monster from Lost. No matter what it is, just rip off the band-aid, just take a deep breath and attack it straight on. You know, there's all of these different little sayings to make you address your fear immediately so that you can overcome them. So it's better to face it head on than it is to live in fear and not know if you could even handle it. But that really sucks. So if you're not ready for that, the other option is leave it. I'm so glad that that's an option. I get to go to my bedroom, I get to go play games, I get to go do whatever I want, and I don't have to eat that nasty thing. And that's pretty much what I tried to do yesterday. You know, my immediate reaction was to spend time with people that I love, do things that I like to do, so I did. But what I forgot is that when I wake up in the morning and I go downstairs, that shepherd's pie is waiting for me on the table. No Lucky Charms for me. Just like bad news. But the problem is, it's cold and disgusting. It would have been much better for me to just eat it in the first place. But I didn't. And that's the same thing with our problems. You know, we can avoid them all we want, but that reality is gonna smack you in the face at some point. And the longer you wait, maybe the harder it's going to be for you to deal with it. I realize that there's a third option. I don't have to eat what my mom's going to serve. I can cook for my damn self. I can't control everything, but maybe there's things that we can do to influence change so that those bad things don't happen again. So, here's my advice in a nutshell. Number one, hug your people because you just never know. Try to deal with things head on. If you can't deal with it head on, avoid it and do the things that you love to do. But know that eventually you're gonna have to deal with it. And finally, if you don't like the news that you're getting, do something about it. Thanks for watching.